Universal saw this and thought, yeah, let's make this a ride for families. Anyways, Jaws the Ride was a masterpiece, an attraction that sent waves of fear and excitement through guests for years. It was thrilling, it was terrifying, and for many, it was an unforgettable part of Universal Studios. When it closed, well, let's just say it left a massive hole in the hearts of park goers. And today, on episode 14, we're deep diving into the history of Jaws the Ride. I'm on a mission to go on a deep dive into the twists, turns, and stories behind the world's most legendary theme park attractions. From groundbreaking designs to their impact on park goers, I want to explore the facts, history, and magic that make these rides timeless. Welcome to Sunday Ride Showcase. Buckle up, the adventure starts now. The debut of A Terror from Below. In 1990, Universal Studios Florida opened its gates with a promise to put guests inside the movies. One of the biggest draws, a ride based on Steven Spielberg's 1975 classic Jaws. The film was a cultural phenomenon. It made people afraid to go into the water, and Universal wanted to bring that fear to life. But the original Jaws attraction, it was an absolute disaster. It opened with the park, but the complex mechanics designed by Ride and Show Engineering barely worked. Boats stalled, sharks failed to appear, and the ride was plagued with breakdowns. Less than 3 months later, it was shut down indefinitely. Universal desperately needed a fix, and that meant rebuilding the attraction almost entirely, and enter Totally Fun Company and Oceaneering International, two groups tasked with re-engineering Jaws into a reliable and terrifying experience. After years of redevelopment, the ride finally reopened in 1993, this time ready to actually work. The magic beneath the waves. So if you just forget about the last minute of me speaking, the ride was an engineering marvel when it reopened. Guests boarded tour boats for what seemed like a relaxing trip through Amity Harbor, guided by a live skipper. But of course, things quickly went wrong, and cue the fin. What made the ride so intense was its practical effects. The animatronic sharks, nicknamed Bruce after the film's mechanical beast, were 32 feet long and operated on a submerged track system. Each shark was mounted on a gimbal arm, allowing it to lunge, dive, and attack in a choreographed sequence. Water cannons, explosive effects, and heat lamps added to the chaos, making the experience feel dangerously real. And then there were skippers, arguably the heart of the ride. Unlike other attractions with pre-recorded spiels, Jaws relied on live actors who delivered dramatic, sometimes over-the-top performances, making each ride slightly different. And sadly, the Demise. For nearly 2 decades, Jaws the Ride was a fan favorite. But behind the scenes, the attraction was a maintenance nightmare. The Florida water wreaked havoc on the mechanics, leading to frequent repairs. It was also incredibly expensive to operate. Some reports suggest it cost over $1 million a year just to keep up with it. But the final blow? The arrival of Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Universal needed space and a budget to bring the world of Hogwarts to life, and Amity was on the chopping block. In 2011, Universal announced that Jaws would close for good, with its final voyage taking place on January 2nd, 2012. Even though Jaws the ride is gone, its legacy still lingers. The ride lives on in fans' memories, old merchandise, and even some tributes, like the Hanging Shark photo op in Universal Studios, Florida. But for the rest of us, the loss of Jaws still stings. It was more than just an attraction, it was part of theme park history. It was the thrill of facing the unknown, the excitement of practical effects done right, and the fun of a ride that didn't just take you into the movie, it made you part of the story. So what do you think? Do you still miss Jaws the ride? Or do you think it was time for it to swim off into history? Let me know in the comments, and if there's any ride you'd like to see showcased on Sunday Ride Showcase, please also let me know in the comments below. Subscribe so you don't miss an episode, and please hit the like, it's the best way to support me here. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I will catch you on the next one.